Howdy, folks. I'm Colonel Sanders, and you're not. I've been working on videos all day today. Had nothing else to do, so focused on editing. We got the new Human Fall Flat video out, and we got the one of the Minecraft episodes out. I got one more to edit before we make more, and we're going to be making more videos tomorrow, but those will take some time to get out to you. I really have been enjoying the Minecraft survival series, even if I have no idea what I'm doing, because it's new to me, and my friends and I are having a blast just playing it and learning it. They know it already. I'm learning it, and I'm just having a blast doing that. Not a whole lot of history content coming out here in the last couple of weeks, and that's because I've talked about all the history that I really know. I've countered all the misinformation that has been circulating. There's still a few AI generated videos of people making that have a lot of misinformation about Uncle Harley in it, and then a lot of wannabe historians for fast food that just pick up on the first thing they see without fact checking it. And you know, I've been guilty of that when I was younger, starting this stuff, and I learned from that, and I admitted to that, and I worked on that, and now I've built my channels up to a credible source. I also show my sources, and these content creators are not showing their sources. They're just spewing out misinformation. I would correct them on, and they would block me, but they get 50 million views, and I get here with the views I get, so you know, good on them, but still wrong information. But I can't sit here and react to every single video. I did that stuff on TikTok, and that drove me insane. Can't react to every single video. People want the truth, they know where to find it, and that's this page. But when it comes to that, I posted just about everything I know. If I ever learn anything new, I always come back here to post it. The last cooking video we did was with my friend Carl Grace's Perfect Blend. His father, Pat Grace, had this recipe that they thought was pretty good, that they ought to sell it. They used to franchise with KFC, and then they left because of the corporate changes and started their own adventure in fried chicken and seasoning, and they decided to start selling the seasoning that they use at home. So we tried that, and it was pretty good. My grandfather said wasn't the original recipe, but it was pretty close to it. He also had some criticism on what it tasted like to him with his memory of Uncle Harley's recipe and what it tasted like, and his flavor palette, if you will. And he said Grace's Perfect Blend is too salty. He thinks Uncle Harley would have said can't really taste much of anything over the salt. But it was a very good recipe. It made some pretty darn good chicken, in my opinion, and my grandfather's opinion. But that's just his honest opinion on it. It was a little too salty. And the gravy, he prefers more milk in it than water, of what Carl calls for. But overall, fantastic product. Fantastic product. If you head over to that video on my channel, you could check that out. It really is a fantastic product. It's delicious. Open the live up here on my phone. Yeah, Grace's Perfect Blend. That was the last cooking video I did. People have been bugging me for years on TikTok. I don't got TikTok anymore, folks. I deactivated my TikTok channel. But on TikTok and Instagram and here on YouTube, I've had tons of people, mainly crazy people, wanting to know, and no offense to you, wanting to know my uncle's recipe, and they wanted me to try Grace's Perfect Blend. So my family tried it, and we were not disappointed with it. It's one of those out there that's really close to Uncle Harley's seasoning, what it tasted like Mary and Kay spices. You can compare it to that. But it's not it, but pretty close to it. Carl had revealed the ingredients to his seasoning on Glenn and Friends. Gave Glenn the recipe list, but not the ratio. You don't got the full recipe without the ratio. But he gave him the list, and what they listed off there, they included salt as one of the 11, and MSG as a 12th ingredient. And in my theory, based on the facts and what Uncle Harley had said, and the other things I've done with research, Uncle Harley said salt is not one of the 11. So that makes that including salt as one of the 11 inaccurate if we're comparing it to the original 11. So you would take salt and MSG out as 12 and 13 extra ingredients, 2 extra ingredients, salt and MSG. And then you have 2 things that are missing out of it. Yeah, 2 things missing out of it at that point. No. So 2 things missing out. No, you get 1 thing missing out of it at that. If you take salt and MSG out of Carl's recipe of 12 herbs and spices, you're missing 1 thing that would be Uncle Harley's. Now, from what Glenn and friends showed, it was mainly different kinds of pepper. And with my recipe, it's not just pepper. I mean, you got white pepper, black pepper, you got red pepper, you have cardamom, you have garlic, you have ginger, you have cinnamon, you have cloves. Did I say nutmeg? You have nutmeg. You have coriander. What is the 11th? I can't think of it off the top of my head. I have a whole list. This is supposed to be a super hot video, but we're just heading off here talking about the history of food and recipes. Sage. See, my thoughts on what my uncle's recipe is, minus the ingredients, based on what 99X had listed. And we could compare it to Grace's Perfect Blend too. But we know that 99X, its creation started with Colonel Sanders as well in his recipe. So we don't know Grace's Perfect Blend, how those ingredients came to be. We just know it's close to Uncle Harley's flavor-wise. But with Mary and Kay, we can factually say that it has ties to the original recipe. 100% has ties. No question about it. They had allspice listed on their ingredients, and I figured this out. So when I was doing my recipe research, I found that you could split up allspice. Instead of using allspice, you can mimic the flavor of it with cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. And that's what I did. I eliminated allspice as an ingredient, put cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove in mine. And then you have the red pepper from 99X and sage from 99X. And coriander from 99X. You have ginger from what Uncle Harley has said in the 99X video talking. And he also mentioned cinnamon in that same video. You have garlic listed on KFC's public listing today. White and black pepper listed on KFC as well. Cardamom is what I believe to be the secret 11th one, because it was rare to get at the time when Uncle Harley was developing his seasoning. And one of the things he said was the 11th ingredient was hard to get. It was expensive. Sorry, it's late. I'm tired. And you had to get it special ordered. And at the time in the area he was in, cardamom was one of 2 or 3 ingredients that fit that category. And my grandfather said he remembered the flavor of cardamom in Kentucky Fried Chicken, so that's why I put that in there. Now, with all these other recipes circling around, sure, you could get pretty close with a seasoning that has completely different ingredients in it that could mimic the flavor, such as allspice, nutmeg, and clove. Or allspice being nutmeg, cinnamon, and clove, tasting similar to allspice in general. So Mary and Kay Spices uses allspice. I believe Grace's Perfect Blend uses allspice. And I split mine up, and with that, plus the garlic, plus the cardamom, equaled 11 ingredients. And salt and MSG would be 12 and 13. So really, I think if you take Mary and Kay Spices 99X and you add garlic to it, you got the recipe. Maybe the same thing with Grace's Perfect Blend, but I'm not telling people to change his recipe. He has a very good recipe. The other thing you gotta realize, yes, there's a lot of marketing around these recipes saying that they're very close to Colonel Sanders, but that's all marketing just to get the name out there, to push it out there, to get people's attention. They're not aiming to recreate Colonel Sanders' chicken. They're aiming to sell you their seasoning, which they're saying is just as good as Uncle Harley's, if not better. But everybody gets tied up in these big stories and starts saying that it's the original recipe and you could buy it from here or whatever. So I have made several videos on my recipe and what I think and why I think and how it came out, different ways of cooking it, different tests, and every time I make it, it comes out better, and I love it. Good recipe. Grace's Perfect Blend, good recipe. 99X, good recipe. One thing I will say that Grace's Perfect Blend does, they use pastry flour, a cake flour, which is how Uncle Harley used to do it. He used a specific kind of flour, which was cake flour. And he would add the salt to the flour after the leaven were mixed with the flour. And it doesn't sound like it makes a big difference, but I've tried it and it does make a big difference. It really does. So anyways, you want to check that out. The Grace's Perfect Blend cooking video is the most recent one I've done. It was a good one. You can see my honest reaction with it. And check out the other cooking videos that we did too. If we get more attention on those, people want to see more of those, I'll do more cooking videos. But here lately, I've been doing a lot of gaming videos. This is what I started my channel as, and I really love gaming, and it's something I love doing with my friends and my family. And it's just a part of me. So I can cook, talk about chicken, talk about history, and we can play games. I mean, the best of all worlds, right? But yeah, we have been editing non-stop the last couple days and getting a lot of content out. I just want to get a stream out to you guys. I haven't streamed in a hot minute. That's what happens when you work on the videos a lot, especially if you're trying to be a full-time creator. You gotta put your heart and soul and all the effort in the world into editing the best video possible. And it's thanks to my TikTok and Instagram showed me that I do have the potential to go viral. Every video I make has that potential to be viral. So I put all my effort into every single video that I put on this platform. I really like editing the videos and getting them out too, because when we spend a good chunk of time on it, and they come out good, and it's really entertaining. Oh, that's lovely. Ooh, he shot him. Well, I'm dead. Dang it. This is my favorite spot to get in here. And fully loaded gun again. They weren't kidding, it does get harder. No, I missed. Man, they run a lot faster, don't they? $45. Ooh-wee. There we go. Pretty sure I'm out of ammo now. Yup. And I'm dead. 74 was my total. New personal best. Whew. Right in the hip. Start me in a new place. That works. I have this game in VR and I've recorded it a few times. It's quite fun. Loaded gun again. Duck and blast. Give it to me again, the same one. Boom. Boom. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Boom. Nope, still no? Seriously. And dead. Nope. That was close. Ooh, almost swapped. In my favorite little corner. Boom. 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 Thank you. Oh, this is the same spot as my favorite little corner. I'd never realized that. Never realized how close I was to it. Ever. The years I've been playing this game. Oh, okay, so now we got super fast strength, okay. Whee! I don't think it's fair. I get 2 shots out of that with no way of reloading it. And they get infinite. out of that shotgun. Well, that certainly is not good. That makes sense. That makes sense. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you for your gun, sir. Goodbye. Oh, okay. Back over this way. You dodged that one. And there goes my streak. I'm getting my feel around. When you spawn on the different angles of this map, it gives it a different feel, like you're in a different spot. Or different spot. You're in a different spot. You know what I mean. It makes you feel like you're on a different map. Dang it. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Oh, cool. Hello. Oh, I'm dead. 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 Been tiring, but good. I edited a lot of videos, as I said at the beginning of this. People were interested in cooking videos. I got one new one, Grease's Perfect Blend out. And we have recorded a lot of Minecraft. And it may be boring to some, but it's really fun for me and my friends. Because this is my first time really playing survival mode. And trying to win at it. And I'm a noob to it. And it's fun. I've been playing Minecraft for 11 years. And I've only known creative mode and mods. So we put me in full-on survival to see what would happen. We're just having a blast. And the videos are doing good too. I'm averaging 50 to 100 and sometimes 300 views per one of those videos, which really shocks me. But hey, people watching it, we're having fun with it. But when we play, we really have fun because I record over an hour of footage every time. And it takes a long time to edit those. I don't put extravagant words across the screen or memes here and there or sound effects or things. It's just good content in my opinion, the way it is. So I just cut out certain irrelevant conversations or just dragging out too long in silence. I cut some of that stuff out. But we're pretty freaking funny people. Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we have a cooking video out that we put out about a week ago. I just talked about that. You'll have to rewind the live. And it's a VOD to hear about what I had to say about those. It's a lot of information of why you should go watch those videos. And some of the past videos as well that I've made on cooking and the recipe. Years down the road, I'm still doing YouTube, or maybe I'm not doing YouTube. The videos that I posted will eventually go viral and people will be wondering, where's this guy now? Why are we just finding these old videos now? Hello. How are you? My eyes are a bit blurry because I've been on a computer all day today. I did not go outside and touch grass today. So I can't really read your names very well. I apologize on that. Hello, give me your gun. Eat it! Oh, I'd like that, thank you. That should have killed you. Oh, I'm shocked. Oh. This is called Super Hot. It's really fun in VR. I've recorded a few of these things over my time on YouTube. But this also came out for free on Xbox Gold, back when Gold was a thing. It was one of the 3 free games a month. So I downloaded it, and it's pretty fun. Tyler and I were hoping that it was a multiplayer game, and it wasn't. Lovely! But it was fun to play. I think the first time we tried streaming it together, and we didn't know it wasn't multiplayer until after we were live. Speaking of which, remember to like the live, folks. It helps boost it on the algorithm. Cool. See, if I don't move, they barely move, but every movement I make makes them move faster. It's a fun thing about the game. Hello, give me all your lead. No needs for you. Oh, that's lovely. You're right there. How are you not dead? Thanks, Ruse, for your super chat. That helps feed my duckies. Oh, before I let me switch. Never mind, I'm dead. That's your 5th super on live? Animation, what did you primarily follow me for? Was it the chicken content, cooking, or gaming? Which one brought you on? How many supers have I got? I probably have gotten 10 since I opened monetization last year in August. I think it was August. It's either August or just the end of August that I unlocked all monetization things. Sometimes I set a goal up. We never really reach it. I don't really blame anybody because I can't afford to even give myself. I don't expect everyone to be able to, so I just rely on ad revenue. But there's a freaking mouse. There's a mouse on my desk. There's a mouse on my desk. I just saw it. popped up on your gaming feed right now. Oh, I'm dead. I started my gaming channel, this as a gaming channel, 11 years ago. Heavily on Minecraft, but it was mainly roleplay and creative mode, no survival stuff. Except for Stranded season that we did, but that was all roleplay and survival. We never really got much views until I started talking about the family history. And then I talked about as much family history as I care to talk about right now, and I wanted to get back to doing what I started doing. And it's an oversaturated market. Everyone and their mother's trying to be a game streamer and whatnot. So when people ask what sets me aside, I'm me. I'm Colonel Sanders. They're not. But I mean, we're pretty funny, especially when I get my friends on. So I got 11 years of gaming content on this channel. A lot of Fortnite, a lot of Minecraft, a lot of Roblox, and a bunch of other games too that we got. There was a point where I didn't think anybody watched gaming stuff anymore, unless they were previously subscribed to somebody. All works out in the end. No gun for you, sir. No, 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 uh-oh. Oh, I missed. I'm in the wrong neighborhood. Lego animation? I used to do that too. I had a little stop motion set. I used to piddle fart a lot on doing all kinds of different content back when nobody knew my name. I'm not big on YouTube. I was big on TikTok before I deactivated that account. We had millions of views, but it wasn't for gaming. It was just the chicken stuff. When I put the gaming on there, I didn't want to share it. Instagram, we got like 67,000 people, and they like the gaming and the chicken stuff, so that's cool. YouTube has just been slow growing. Very slow growing. It's very frustrating because I get frustrated with the other apps. And sometimes YouTube when I think it's unfair with how things work. Same video on here will go viral on Instagram, or same video viral on Instagram or TikTok I put here will get like 10 views. So I complain a lot, but I also, instead of just complaining, I do something about it. I ask you guys what you guys would like to see and what you notice that works, and I test out different things and features that work and don't work. I know there's a lot of small creators that also follow me too, and they want to know how this thing works, and if you're serious about it, I just share what works for me and what doesn't work for me. My biggest super was probably $100. Somebody sent $100 twice, and then an $80 after that. That was last year. I believe they were from Australia. I haven't seen them in a while. They are active on this channel still, but I haven't seen them in a hot minute. Hello, Dr. Taylor. They liked the content that I had put out for the chicken stuff, and then they were ecstatic that I had a gaming aspect. A lot of people that knew me from other platforms for Just a Chicken, even though I would stream on them too, playing games, they were just ecstatic that I was playing video games and being a streamer. They had no idea about it. Yeah, I was excited. I wasn't expecting it. I find it very hard to ask people to send supers or gifts on TikTok or whatever it is. I have a hard time telling people to join the memberships that I offer, because Growing up, when I did work for the neighbors and stuff, they wanted to pay me. I just wanted to do it for kindness, so I'd deny payment. I'd tell them, no, don't pay me. I don't want it. And I've always had a problem with asking people to pay me for my services when I go like to mow a grass or something. And sitting here online, all I'm doing is making videos. I'm educating people on the family history. I'm correcting misinformation people are spreading that are going viral. I'm making entertainment on video games. I'm not going to ask people to send me money. I'm not going to ask them to send me gifts or supers. The option's there, and if they think the content's worth it, then they want to help out the channels so that it can sustain to continue doing what we're doing, then it's there. But I have a hard time asking people, hey, you have a job and a lot of money. Can you send over a few pennies over here to this channel so that we could keep it going with our mission, what we're doing? I can't do that. There are people who get on live and they'll sit here and they'll tell you share, 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 like, send GIF, send GIF, send GIF, and then they'll shout out your name real loud like they care. And all they're doing is farming for supers and gifts, and it works for them. They get real big and famous for it. It works for them, especially on TikTok. It works for them on there. There's no real effort behind the content of that. And that's a group of people online that works for. It's not me. I won't do it. I'll put a goal out for people. If we reach it, fantastic. My goals are lame because I'll put bonus footage out on the channel. I'll add people on Fortnite and have them play with us, the highest gift or whatever. But it's very rare that it happens. And that's okay. Yeah, I agree with you. Screw TikTok. Oh no, I appreciate what you sent. I really do. It could be a penny. I mean, just the fact that you find it worth enough that you wanted to be generous enough to send it to the channel, that means a lot. There was a time, like with TikTok, I went viral on TikTok for being related to the Colonel and putting information out there, facts about him, whatnot, teaching people that he was a real person. But I also had to be over dramatic about it and kind of fib a few things like a fake lawsuit to get the attention of the algorithm, to be able to tell people the truth on certain things that had been spread around over the years. People had wrong. Got millions of views on that. And I made good money for about a week on TikTok before they started, because I got the monetization on there right before they made the updates to change to put TikTok Shop in and all these other bullcrap things that completely ruined the app. And before censorship was a big thing on there. TikTok was the first app, and I've been doing this stuff for 11 years now. TikTok was the first app to give my voice a chance. I spent years with KFC making disrespectful ads on Uncle Harley. They didn't care because the customers didn't care. They didn't care because our family wasn't involved anymore. They didn't care because the people online didn't care. And whenever I tried saying something on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, I was met with a lot of hate from people saying, oh, shut up, you're not related to the Colonel, blah, 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 blah. Or on Facebook, I'd be met with a bunch of impersonators of my uncle that tried to groom me, and some of them actually successfully did that into me trusting them. And then they showed their true colors in recent years here, and that was a decade ago. So I was discouraged from talking about my family history, and with YouTube, when I posted a gaming stuff, it was slow growing. I mean, it took us 8 to 9 years to reach 1,000 subscribers on this page, and I find that at 330,000 people and millions of views on TikTok. And I find reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube more exciting than 300,000 people on TikTok, because YouTube is harder to do that with. Does that make sense? So, yeah, TikTok was exciting and cool that many people were seeing the stuff. They were finally getting my voice out there. People started caring about how the Colonel was portrayed in the ads. People started caring about how people were spreading misinformation. People started caring about people lying, especially like Joe Leddington, a cousin or step cousin of mine, that lied about a fake recipe put out there and just caused a whole bunch of drama. People cared about the impersonators that I talk about that take Uncle Harley's image as their own, and they try to associate themselves as him in today's culture, so people want to give them fame or whatever. People started caring. Well, then they made the TikTok change where the TikTok shop people, everybody's a salesperson. They started running the ads on there, which is great for people wanting to make money. I got friends with millions of followers on TikTok and other platforms that make good money on there because they have millions of followers. But the fraction of having 1 million followers, you average out 600,000 views to 1 million views. And yeah, that's pretty good, but that's almost half of your viewers not watching. At 330,000 people watching, I'd get 300,000 views to 1 million views per video. And now it went from that to 400 views per video with that many people. And it went from not being over censored to people could put literal racist comments in there or hateful comments towards you, towards me, towards anybody. They're allowed to stay. But if we call them a moron, if we call them misinformed, an idiot, you're wrong, you're spreading misinformation, whatever, you say whatever it is, you say a cuss word, ban, 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 remove comment, guideline strike, ban, ban, ban. And a lot of people, including the big creators, it wasn't really affecting them yet. And I would complain about it because, it's bullcrap. And other people complain about it and they say, well, whatever. Now it's starting to happen to them too. And you talk about this TikTok ban coming up again, and everyone's like, just ban it already. We don't care. It's over-censored. They don't care about their content creators. It's all one-sided politics or the other. It's all TikTok shop, ads, over-censorship. Viewers are not matching following. The following are not seeing the videos being put out. Some videos, like Dylan Page, look at Dylan Page. He has content he posts that for 90% of his viewers, the video doesn't even show up on his channel. They hide it. So it's just bullcrap. And I got tired of it, so I was like, bye. I deleted the account. Yeah, I didn't like those ads. Now, KFCES has a colonel that doesn't look anything like Uncle Harley, doesn't sound like him. Matter of fact, doesn't sound like him because he doesn't talk. It's a cool team-up thing that they're doing with, I don't even know his name. I know the meme, I know the guy, can't think of his name. But they're doing a team-up thing. And KFC Canada has an absolute buffoon that is disgracing the colonel's character of how he was. It's all fun and games for the young viewers and stuff and people who don't know much about him or don't know the family still exists. It's innocent to them. That's fine. Because they don't know any better. But it's just tarnishing his image, what Canada is doing with his image. And then you get someone like me wanting to defend his image, tell people how he actually is, and because of what Canada is doing with his image, and that's what they see first before seeing the family talk about it, well, all the Canadians want to support what Canada is doing with Uncle Harley's image. So all the content creators that partnered with KFC Canada and pushed out that this guy was the real colonel, whether they knew it or not, paid for it or not, they just blocked me. Every content creator that wanted to brag about knowing Colonel Sanders today and help push out this narrative of that he's an idiot, pretty much. That he's just a blabbermouth idiot. That's the image that's being shared, and they're encouraging the behavior of the fans in Canada and content creators to just block the family of the man they're bragging about knowing, simply for the family saying, that's not Colonel Sanders, and here's how he actually was. He was a real person. That's just an actor or whatever. That's not doing it accurately. This is how he actually acted. This is how he was, and that's not a good representation. We get blocked for that now because of what KFC Canada is doing. So when these big marketing and corporations and social media pages and influencers get to Uncle Harley's image before the family gets to see it or say something about it, that's the influence that's put out there, and it creates a bunch of hateful little minions that don't care whether you're family or not, they're not even paying attention to that. They just see you're dissing on what they are liking, and they go after you for it. When all I'm trying to do is say, that's not Colonel Sanders. If I ever get famous on YouTube, I'll remember you. I want to say I'm super famous, but I'm somewhat famous. And I'm not saying that to be like full of myself. I am. Again, I used to average millions of views on videos on TikTok all the time. It got to a point I've become mutuals online with Stephen Colbert. I've become mutuals with Justin Danger Nunley, Casey Hamilton, the Blue Wiggle, Anthony Field. Oh gosh, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Daniel Ross, voice actor of Donald Duck. I've been on several news interviews, several podcasts. Jacob Young, his podcast with me is yet to air, but we recorded it at the beginning of the year. And people know who I am on the other platforms. It's just not very well known on YouTube yet. And I think it's because every audience on every platform is different than rather being the same people, because some people just want to be on one app. They don't want to follow everybody on other apps. So you got a different audience on every platform. But I'll remember you. Well, thank you for the follow. I think I had somebody with NFTU following me. I thought I saw that in my following list. Normally I'm in a suit and tie. I was lazy tonight. Is there any game audio? Because I'm actually not hearing game audio. Oh, the animation guy. Oh. So you are the one I saw in my following list. I'm tired. I shouldn't even be live right now. I hear the game audio now. And that's a lot of them. See if we could make this my last round, see if I can't beat my score. That was close. Oh, I got 3 shots in that one. When do we get 3 shots? I also did a campaign on Lego Horizons Adventures. That was a fun game and unfortunately has very few players. And I'm dead. Some of the marketing things KFC did, though, I did like. The shirt I'm wearing is a thing from years ago, like 2017, I think. They had a limited time shop that had this shirt on it, and this page, I know the guys that were disrespecting Uncle Harley's image knew the history, because this has all the history on it. You got Harmon's Cafe takeout, you got the history of finger licking good, the original recipe. I got juice or something on my shirt. That's nice. It's probably ruined now. The 1970s and 60s Kentucky Fried Chicken building on there. So I wonder what that is. Ice pop. Anyways, I liked some of the marketing things that they came out with. I didn't care for the stripper ad. I didn't care for turning him into a bearskin rug. I don't care for what Canada's doing to his image. Oh, we traded. Thank you. My little hiding spot. Coming after me? Alright, I beat my goal. Been live for an hour, been yip-yapping for an hour. Please turn on notifications if it's not. I used to be live every day, but we've been really working hard on some videos, and I wouldn't be skipping lives if I didn't think the videos weren't worth it. So, if you like gaming, check out this gaming stuff that we have coming out, because right now, not a whole lot of history, like I said, to talk about. I already talked about the history, the lineage. If I see something that's misinformation that's significantly getting a lot of views and people are confused on, I will address it. I've already talked about all the other rumors and misinformation and recipes, fake recipes. Right now, we're taking a little bit of break working on the main thing of this channel, which is gaming. And we love to talk and have fun too. So turn notifications on so you don't miss a live. Turn notifications on so you don't miss a video. Please interact with the videos, comment and like on them, because we get to interact with each other. and I like seeing the feedback. Don't like a game? I'm still going to play it. But if you have suggestions for another one, I'll play that too. Alright. This is Nemo. This is super hot. But we are leaving now. Thank you for watching.